Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming with another deck profile. This time it's going to be about the purple Luffy. This is a really fun leader to play. It has an interesting mechanic where you take one life and then you can set one Dawn as active as long as you have 0 or 3 or more Dawns. So you can ramp up your Dawns pretty quick, but you will be losing life. So it is something like Whitebeard in the sense that you lose life, but this has way more advantages because you're playing purple colors that do have better effects, and then you're also getting a Dawn out of it. This deck has advantage against NL, so if at your locals, you know, they play a lot of NLs, this deck it has some advantage against that. It doesn't mean that it will win 100% of the times, but it has an easier matchup. And on the contrary, it has some disadvantages or a harder matchup against Sakazuki, so something that you might want to keep in mind. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so to start, let me just calculate here. Okay, so to start, we're playing 4 copies of ulti. Is a 2000 counter, but we're also playing the 4 copies of page 1. So we can play ulti, Dawn -1, play 1 page 1. So we add a lot of pressure early on in the game. Then I'm playing 4 copies of Khalifa. It's mostly for the 2000 counter. The when attacking effect might come up, but it's not that common. Then we're playing 4 copies of Trafalgar Law. This card is really good. It is a blocker, 1000 counter, and on play, Dawn -1. If your opponent has 7 cards or less in their hand, they trash 2. So your opponent is always going to be trying to play around this card, which is also good because that means they will not have that many cards in their hand. And if they are careless, they might lose 2 important cards. So really good card. Now, this is something that I've been trying. This is completely optional. If you don't want to play the Hitokiri Kemaso, you can substitute it for some cost for 6000 power vanilla like Apple or the Impel Down Dog, or you can substitute it for, you know, the 5 cost 7000 or the 7 cost 9000 power vanillas. You have options. It's just that this card is just cost 4, 5000 power, 1000 counter, and on knockout, Dawn -1, we can knock out one of our opponent's characters with a cost 5 or less. So it is good against NL or Sakazuki, because with Sakazuki, if they kill this with the Lucci, you can kill the Lucci in return, right? So they gotta be careful not to knock it out, but send them to the bottom of the deck instead. Again, it is a tech that I'm trying, let's say, so if you don't want to play, you want to play something else, that's fine. But I thought it would be interesting and it might give me some help. Then I'm playing 4 copies of Queen. We all know what Queen does. Amazing card. Then 4 copies of X-Ray, mostly for the 2000 counter. Then I'm playing 3 of the Eustace Captain Kid, the blocker, the one we do Dawn -1. We can return 1 Dawn and set it as active. So really good. One of the best cards in the deck, Magellan. Being able to mess up your opponent's curve by the Dawn -1 is really good, and it forces them to either leave it on the field, or if you're playing against Sakazuki, for them to send it to the bottom of the deck, because if they knock it out, you do another Dawn -2 to your opponent. So really good card. Then we're playing for Police. Police help us ramp down as well and get rid of something that is cost 4 or less. So pretty good. Then 3 copies of the Eustace Captain Kit. So we can make our leader 6,000 power. And we have a good body on the field. And 3 copies of the cost 9 Kaido, so we can go for game. Really good card, getting rid of your opponents, maybe one of your opponent's blocker, and then going for game. Then playing 4 copies of Gum Gun Jet Gatling. We play a lot of cards that do not have a counter or just have 1000 counter, so this gives us some survivability. We're often going to have multiple copies of cards that don't have counters in our hand, and we don't need them all, so we can always discard them and getting that 3000 power. And if we get it early on in the life, it helps us run dons, so that is really good. And lastly, another card that I'm testing right now is Top Knot. I don't know if I'm keeping it yet. It has helped me sometimes, but sometimes the Dome -2 is just not worth it. I usually tend to use it like late off in the game, but this is very substitutable, so if you want to change it for something else, you can go ahead. But basically, you Dome -2, we can place a character with a cost 4 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck, so we can get rid of a blocker or something like that. The problem is the Dome -2. If it were Dome -1, it would be way better. And the trigger is activate this card's main effect. But yeah, this was my Purple Luffy deck profile. If you have any opinions, suggestions, feedback, as always, leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.